Hey people, it's Niles talking. Now I want to talk about this. It came up about maybe a couple of weeks ago, but it's something I've talked about before and I want to talk about again. Now there was a story about black child being attacked in school or outside of a school and that nobody did anything and the headmaster did nothing. And I suggested that the answer was black run and build schools for black children to go to where they'd be safe. And I particularly remember one commenter saying, I hear you, but most black parents can barely afford to pay the rent, let alone do something like that. And I thought, what? What? Okay, look, if what you're saying is true, then why are they bringing children into the world that they can barely feed and look after? What are you talking about? You know, why? If this is true, why bother having children at all? You can't feed them, you can't look after them, you can't provide them with a pathway forward in life. You know, you just give them up to Karen and hope for the best. Hope that she doesn't brainwash him or her to hate themselves and send the school to prison pipeline, or that she doesn't call the cops when they object to her abuse and the cops turn up and in fear for their life. Now, I'm not saying any of that is true because this is my main point I want to get to. And I made a post about this. I pointed out R. Kelly. When R. Kelly was arrested, I mean, the most recent one, you know, the main trial, not the one back in the 2000s, he had $500,000 raised for him on GoFundMe in 6 hours, 500,000. Right? Now, thankfully, GoFundMe put a stop to that because it goes against their rules to crowdfund bail money on their platform. But I'm guessing $500,000 was raised by black people, or mostly black people, because you know it's not white people giving R. Kelly money. And I thought, how is it that $500,000 can be raised for R. Kelly, but when he needs a school, when it's a black person getting justice, or when I was trying to post about building that hospital in South Dallas, 1 million it's been like 3 years, and 1 million is only 3% has been raised. And I posted, how was it? There's no money for schools, there's no money for hospitals for black people, but the more ridiculous it is, the quicker more money will happen. You'll see black people fighting each other to go see Black Panther, fighting to go get Chick-fil-A or whatever burger it was, or fighting to stand in line and buy Air Jordans by a man who publicly says he just doesn't care about black people. Michael Jordan, he's been on record saying that. And that's the thing. I want to go back to this because I keep saying this whole we don't have money for the things that matter can't work, because if black people want to go forward in life, how can black people go forward in life? Actually, let me explain this. It was said to me, actually, Richard Williams said in his book, you can be involved for the child, but you can't be committed to the child, or something like that. Basically, you can want to pay attention to the child and to help them in their endeavors, but you can't make them interested in doing it if they don't want to. So how can black people succeed if they do not want to fund their own institutions? If they keep turning to white people to fund it? Well, you know what? Why would they fund it? Why would they fund any institution that is going to help black people? Just serious question. They're not. And the thing is, if black people do not take black institutions seriously and cough up, because it's obvious the money is there. If $500,000 can be raised for R. Kelly, the piece of garbage that he is 6 hours. I'm sure we can raise money for schools and hospitals easy enough. Oh yeah, and just to finish this off, I remember, and this whole thing asking white people to empathize and understand. I made a post, you know, and the caption was, white supremacy, refugees must go home and solve their own problems, also white supremacy. And I used a clip from Samurai Jack where Aku says to some people who had come to his planet looking for refuge, I know of your plight, because I'm the one who stole your water and the riches within them. And some white people commented, how is not wanting white refugees white supremacy? And another person commented on to that, they never answer. They're not going to ignore they're just going to ignore the second clip that white supremacy is caused by stealing their resources. And this is the thing I keep going back to. Black people keep looking to white people to solve their problems, who either directly or indirectly have caused their problems. It's a bunch of insanity. But anyway, and like I said, I really want to get that the hospital I was talking about. Now, if you go to my pinned comment in my main Instagram, you'll see it. Now, and I want to say, I'm not affiliated. I do not have any association with them. I just thought it was a really good project, and I really hope that it gets off the ground, because we keep saying black people die in hospital, but when we want to build a hospital, there's no money. Nobody's concerned about it. So we have to be the change that we want to see in the world. We can't just sit back and wait for other people to do it. In fact, I remember reading a story that went like this. Once upon a time, there was a lake, and the king of the kingdom said every person should put 1 cup of milk into the lake, and it would turn it white in the morning. However, when he came, nothing had changed. Why? Because every person assumed that everybody else would do it, therefore their cup wouldn't make a difference, so nobody had done anything. We can't want things to change but refuse to be the ones making the change ourselves. Anyway, I don't want to keep going on and on. This is just like a spur of the moment thoughts. So please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.